What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joe, JH Overcomes. And listen, this late night live again. It's Sunday, and I want to thank everybody for jumping on. And listen, when you jump on, okay, don't forget, please just shout out your location. Let me know where you are. Let me know where you're calling from, where you're jumping in from. If you want to come live on the stream tonight, you're welcome to come live on the stream. I had a couple people with some great questions last week, and I want to thank everyone for all the feedback that we've gotten last week, all the feedback that you guys gave me last week for last week's broadcast. And again, this is something that we're going to continue doing. Okay, we're going to continue jumping out here and doing, my late night lives on the weekends. Ruth, what's going on from Cali? How you doing, Cal? Thank you so much, Ruth, for jumping on. I appreciate you so much. That's right. Feel free to share this with whoever. Okay, tonight is going to be fire. Okay, I'm letting you know right now. I'm really, I'm really excited about this path that we're going on right now. We're talking about change, and we're talking about finding the courage to change tonight. And I wanted to real quick. I want people to, if there's something that you're struggling with, if there's something that you're finding trouble with, as far as having courage to do certain things, overcoming anything. Okay, just let you know this is a safe place. Okay, I make sure that people who are here in this room, the fellow overcomers that you're looking at, there's nothing you won't find here. There is nothing you won't find here. I don't care if it's illness. I don't care if it's divorce. I don't care if it's, drug addiction, alcohol addiction. I don't care if it's suicide. Whatever it is, it can be found here, the JH Overcomes page. And I want to thank everybody for doing that with your transparency and, all the things you guys share with me in your inbox and in my inbox. And, the one good thing about being an overcomer, and one good thing about being someone who is an inspirer is that I'm privy to a lot of information, right? And there's people who are going through right now in this world that you have no idea that they're going through. They're battling demons that people can't even imagine. But yet, they're smiling and they're laughing and they're just making it through life. And this is something that we want to try to avoid. We don't want you to just manage. Okay, we don't want you to just make it through the day or make it through the night. We want you to overcome. Okay, and that's what this group is about. That's what this tribe is about. We're about overcoming with one another. And the best way to do that is to be transparent. So I'm not forcing anybody to jump on there and put it into the chat of exactly what they're going through. But if you feel so led, if you feel like you want to do that, if you feel like you want to, share with the group tonight, please feel free to do so. All right. I'm your boy Joe, JH Overcomes. Okay. And that's what we do. We overcome here. So hopefully everybody's having a great new year. It's the first week that we finished up this week in New Year's for the new year. Um, I got a thing. I have a thing with that, me and my daughter, we go back and forth. And I said to her, I said, when people say Happy New Year's, listen, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But I just, it's New Year, to me. I'm not correcting anybody, but it's just me and how I do things and how I say things. But it's not wrong. It's just different. Okay, that's one of the things that we constantly preach here in the JH Overcomes page. So if there's something you're battling, if there's something that you're dealing with, there's something that you're struggling with, feel free to put it in here. We have everyone here in here that can help you. So listen, today is January January 9. Okay, and you know it's right around the time when people start falling off on their New Year's resolutions, right? Believe it or not, it happens like that. By February, 80% of people, they give up on their New Year's resolutions. And I'm not telling you not to make resolutions. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, sometimes it's better to set goals with dates attached to it. Sometimes it's better to um, set a certain time that you want to get to a certain period. Okay, because sometimes, if we're looking at the whole year, and we say, this year I want to do this, and this year I want to do that, but we're not really setting a start time on it, and we're not setting an end time on it. You might struggle with that. You might have a problem with that because it may be too big, it may be too broad, and it's not keeping you honest to yourself. Okay, because if you just say this year I'm going to do this, right, or this year I'm going to become better, I'm going to study more, I'm going to read more, I'm going to read a book each month. you know if you're setting these big goals, okay, sometimes it's too broad, and then you're not giving yourself a start date. You keep saying, well, what, after this weekend when I go away, after this weekend when I get back from vacation, that way I can eat all I want on vacation, or after this week coming up because you keep putting it off. And before you know it, you're right back where you were in 2021. So my advice to you is to, when it comes down to setting goals, when it comes down to, doing certain things, as far as setting New Year resolutions, make sure you put a start date on it. Okay. And then put an end date on it. Okay. Of exactly when you're going to do this. By May 15th, this is exactly what I'm going to have done. By June, by July, by August, and start taking those small steps. All right. Let's see. Ruth, I'm going to put my glasses on right away. Okay. Right away. I start working on my New Year goals. Okay, well, we can do this right here. I start working on my New Year goals the day after Thanksgiving, so that way by January 1st, it's already becoming a habit. Is that cheating? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's definitely not cheating. Okay, listen. The only reason we set goals, okay, for New Year's Day, okay, we're following the calendar. I get it. Okay, this is something that we talk about all the time. But let me say this to you, Ruth. You will hear me throughout the year say that whenever your new year is, that's your new year. Okay. Every single day is 365 days away from the next year. Okay. That day. So, what's stopping you from doing it today? Okay. What's stopping you from doing it on June 1st, July 15th? Happy New Year. Okay, Happy New Year. And this is why I get caught up with the whole New Year's thing. And people think, okay, that they're going to wake up on January 1 and just be amazing. Okay. They're just going to be phenomenal, and they're going to do all these phenomenal things. But really, how many of us woke up on January 1st and we were still depressed? Right? How many of us woke up on January 1st and we didn't get anything done, or we didn't have a plan in place, or we're still just trying to get over 2021 because 2021 was such a bad year for us, or 2020 was such a bad year. You know, we've had a rough couple of years. Okay, let's be real with it. Yeah, I'm an overcomer. Yeah, I'm a fighter. But listen, we've been through the mill. Okay, we've had some things go on in our life right now in this country, in this world. That is just it's unprecedented. We have sickness, we have uproars, we have uprisings, we have people who are we're fighting one another. We have earthquakes, we have floods, we have a whole bunch of things going on in the world. So the last few years have been rough. People, there's not a person watching this right now who doesn't know someone who died from COVID. Okay, there's not a person who's watching this right now or listening to this right now, who hasn't. If you're watching, listen, if you're watching this later on, make sure you hit hashtag replay, and so that way I know exactly if you guys were live, if you guys were watching it a replay. Okay, replay squad. All right, shout it out. But listen, if you know, we're in unprecedented times. Okay, we're seeing a lot of different things. Okay, people fighting in the streets. People killing each other. People, and a lot of people say, yeah, this has been going on for a long time. Some of it has, but we're at a high rate of this country and the world just in this big shift. Whatever God's doing, He's doing. And I don't want people to think that all of a sudden that we can just get past things. Okay, just immediately you wake up. We have that. Some of us are immediate gratification people, right? We want things done right away. I'm not mad at that. Again, I'm not mad at that. We spoke about that last week. I'm an Amazon guy. It is what it is. I got something coming right now. Okay. But what I'm saying to you is that, we can't just expect our changes, okay, to happen overnight. Okay. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about tonight. April Dawn says, I need to do that. Okay. Start early. Start early because, you wake up on January 1 thinking you're going to do it. No, man, you should have started this in December. You should have started thinking about it in my dog is just scratching on my leg here. You should have thought about this back in November, okay, when people were, buddy, I can't right now. I can't. Okay, all right. You can stay. You can stay. You should have thought about this back in November when you wanted to get it started, when you wanted to get things done. So this is why you have to make sure, okay, that you are putting things in place before you get the process started. All right, before you get the process started. Um, let's see here. I'm not exactly sure. Listen, again, like I said, we're all over the world. So if somebody can help me with this translation, please help me out. If it's appropriate. All right. If it's appropriate. I can't say for sure, but um, so until then, you guys get a good look at that, and I'm just gonna have to hide it. You guys just take a good check. Okay, check on it. Okay, so April Dawn, she says, yep. It's me beating my own mind. Okay, I have new goals. I don't want to get to start day and be struggling. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's certain things you need to prepare for before you get started. Okay. And if that's you and you know that your mind is that's the way it works, this it's not wrong, it's just different. Okay. There are some people that can just go cold turkey. Okay. I know people who have quit alcohol, cold turkey. Okay. Woke up the next day, flowers. Okay, smelling different. She told me, feels different. She felt like, the like God had just stepped in and just, stopped her from doing something. But I also know people who are in detox right now. Okay, so it's not wrong, it's just different. Everybody's going to adapt to things differently, right? So that's what we're talking about here tonight. We are talking about change and what's going to bring change, to us. You know, and the thing about change is, um, it takes courage, to change. It really does. Um, and I'm going to add, comments to the chat tonight. I'm going to add it, to the screen. If anybody wants to jump on, hit me up, and raise your hand. Let me know. Say, listen, I want to come live on screen. I want to give a testimony, whatever the case is. So courage, okay, to overcome things, okay, to make better decisions, to make different decisions. It's difficult, man. Okay, it doesn't, it's not easy to make changes. Okay, you'll face criticism, okay, from people around you. You'll face, you have to become humble. Okay, you have to have some type of humility for, certain changes that you want to make, because you might have said something, in one season, but now you're in a different season, and now you might have to take it back. And the biggest part of that courage is you being transparent with yourself first. Okay, we talked about this, and I'm going to continue talking about this and beating this up, man, until you guys really get this. Overcoming is going to take transparency. Okay, change is going to take transparency. You have to be the one that sits there on the side of your bed, or whether you're kneeling and praying, or whether you're driving in your car. You have to be the one to say, you know what, I dropped the ball. You have to be the one that says, you know what, yeah, I said it, but I was wrong. Or yeah, I did this, but I was wrong. Or I've been doing this for so many years, but it's been wrong. I just been doing it because of tradition. I just been doing it because my family's always done it this way, or my friendship circle has always done it this way. That doesn't make it right. Okay. Just because you've been doing something for 20 years your way, it doesn't make it right. So you're going to have to get to a point of transparency where you say, you know what? Yeah, I was raised that way. My family always did this. My father always taught me this. My mother always taught me this. And I'm not knocking these people. Okay. I'm not knocking the people from your past, your family members and stuff like that. But if, only if it's right or not. And all you have to do is just take a good look at it and say, you know what? Yeah, we've been doing this for a long time, but it's not right. And it's going to take courage, because you might be the one, okay, that makes that first step and says, you know what? Guys, hold on, we're not doing that this year. Or, or I'm not going to be a part of it. You guys are more than welcome to be that or to do that, but I'm just out. I can't, I can't be a part of it. It's just not the way I believe anymore. It's just not the way I think anymore. And it's not wrong. Okay, it's not wrong. What happens is you have had the courage to say, you know what? Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I've done it for so many years, but it wasn't right. Okay, why is that? Because now I know better. Okay, and we have this thing about ourselves, is that, one of the things about tonight is going to be that, we when you know better, we have to do better. Okay, when we know better, we have to do better. And what happens is sometimes we don't want to do better. Okay, sometimes we don't want to do better, because why? Because it's going to take us back to a point where we thought we were doing things correctly, right? We thought we were doing it right, but now we know better. Okay, now we've learned something different. Now we've gotten to a different state. You said something at this stage in your life, okay, but now you're at this stage in your life, and you have to take that back. Okay, and it's humiliating, right? Okay, it's embarrassing, for you to say, yeah, right. I know better. Okay, you know better. Okay, you know you're not supposed to be eating that ice cream right now. Okay, you know you're not supposed to be eating that chocolate cake. You know that you're supposed to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get up and do things you need to do. I know. Okay, let me take it off of you. I know that for me to get the best results, I need to get up by 4:30 in the morning. Why? Because I know exactly how I plan out my day. I need to have my time alone in the morning, away from the craziness, away from the world. I want to pray. I have to pray, I should say. That's a part of my day, praying and spending time with God in the morning. I have to get up and I have to spend that meditation moment with myself and getting my mind right before dealing with the world. And I also want to work out before work. I also want to work out before hitting the world, before the gyms get packed, or before people start moving around. That's just me. So if I know this, okay, I know also that I shouldn't be eating those ribs before I go to bed. Okay. I also know that I shouldn't be eating those salty chips because I had a high blood pressure history in my past. I know better. Okay. I know, but there's that gap, okay, of us knowing better and doing better. Okay. What's causing that gap? Okay. Is it laziness? Okay. Is it fear of what others might think? Or is it just lackadaisy? Lackadaisical, man, behavior, because of habits, because we've constantly lived a certain way. And then finally, when we get to a point and we start doing things over and over and over again, we start to say, you know what, it just is what it is. Okay, this is just who I am. No, no, or you'll sit there and say, well, you know what, this is, my significant other, my spouse, my boyfriend, my girlfriend. This is the best that they're gonna get. Okay, it just is what it is. Now, is that because of them or is that because of you? Because you don't want to do better. Okay. Now, the first thing you have to realize, you have to do better for yourself. Yes, I get it. I get it. But don't you want to be better for your partner? Okay, don't you want to be better for your kids? Don't you want to be better for your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your spouse? Don't you want to be better, for somebody else? And I know it's what some people will say, I have to be better for myself first. Yes, you do. That's true. Okay. But at some point, okay, doing things and realizing that you have to do better for other people around you also, because why? Because you want to set that good example, right? You don't want your kids to see you smoking, right? Because you don't want them to smoke. You don't want to see your kids running the streets and, sleeping with this one and sleeping with that one, because that's not what you want them to do. Okay, you know better. Okay, so you have to do better. And if you don't want to do better for yourself at that moment, then maybe you need a different motivation to do better. Okay. Maybe it's because of your kids. Maybe it's because you don't want to embarrass your spouse when it's time to go to the Christmas party and you're out of shape, or maybe it's because you don't want to, you don't want to look a certain way when you go to your kid's school. I don't know what it is. Okay. I'm just calling it what it is right now. Okay. I'm calling it out. And if it is, man, if it's you just say ouch and take it, but at some point when we know better, we have to do better. We have to do better. And I'm guilty of it. Okay, this is me. I promise you, everything I'm telling you right now, I am not preaching to you. I'm speaking from experience. These are some of the things that I battle with also. And it's important for us to realize that doing better is only going to get us to a better portion of our life. Okay, that's the courage it takes. Okay, because finding that courage to change is scary. It's scary. You're about to dig up some old bones in that closet that you don't really want to come out. All right, there's not a person in this chat right now that wants, okay, their business on Front Street. Okay, there's not a person right now in this room, on this chat right now that just wants everything, and everybody's hiding something. Okay, every single one of us are hiding something in this world. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. There is something that you would not dare put into that chat, and I'm not telling you to. Okay, but I'm letting you know that every single person is hiding something, and this is something you have to deal with. All right, and stand by one second. I'm getting a text, and left that open. I left my inbox open because if people want to get on, um, I told them to hit me up in the inbox if they want to come on live. So that's the first thing. Okay, knowing better versus doing better, and finding out what it is exactly you have to do. All right, listen. Corrections are. It really is making corrections, okay, in our life, and making it right. Okay, there's going to be consequences that come with that. Okay, it really is. There's going to be consequences when you say that I want to try to fix this because I messed up, or because I want to try to do something different than what I've always been doing. Okay, or because you made that decision in your 20s and you were way off. Okay, you were way off because now you're in your 30s, now you're in your 40s, and you have to say, I have to pull that back. I used to think that way. I used to be that way, but I'm no longer like that. But It may not be 20 or 30 years. This could have happened to you last week. Okay, last week you could have said something, and then all of a sudden, somebody else brought it to your attention, and you find out that you're wrong. Okay, are you willing to say, you know what? Yeah, I said that, but I was wrong, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I said that, but I didn't know better then. Okay, I didn't have this knowledge then. We have to realize that correcting mistakes and fixing things from our past, there's going to be consequences that go along with that. Okay, it's gonna take you breaking down some of your ego. Okay, it's gonna take you breaking down some of your pride. It's gonna take that, that hit to the chest. When you sit there and say, you know what, yeah, I messed up. Especially if you got that person in your life that just can't wait for you to mess up, right? Especially if you have those people in your life, those family members that are just waiting for you to come back home, waiting for you to sit there and say, yeah, you know what, I did chase this dream, mom, or I did chase this dream, dad, or I did chase this, this vision, husband, wife, spouse, whoever you are. I did chase this, but you know what? Now I have different knowledge of it. Okay. And I wasn't wrong. Okay. But at least I know now. Now I have the information within me to do better and to think better, right? So there's going to be consequences when you're making these changes. Don't think that it's just going to you're going to make these changes and all of a sudden it's just going to go away. Just be prepared, okay? Pony up, man up, woman up, put your big girl panties on like you ladies say, fellas, and just square your chest, square those shoulders, look it in the face, man, and get after it. Get after it. It's going to be difficult. I've made some mistakes in my past, man. I really, really have, and it's been difficult for me. Sometimes I'm playing cleanup. Sometimes I have to go back and say, you know what? Yeah, I was wrong for saying that, and I'm sorry. Yeah, my belief was this then, but now since I got a little more education on certain things, I don't believe that way anymore. I don't. So just be prepared to know there's going to be consequences when it comes down to that. When it comes down to you, just making these changes and making these corrections. You're going to have to silence your ego. You're going to have to make sure that you check yourself, you check that ego, you check your pride. Okay, because listen, your ego will have you will keep you loyal to a mistake. It will. Okay, you made the mistake. Okay, you said it. You made a decision. Okay, and you messed up. Okay, but because of your pride and because of your ego, okay, you don't want to admit to it. And now you're finding yourself being loyal to a mistake. You're finding yourself being loyal to a situation that you should have never even got yourself involved in. Okay, but because of other people and because you don't want to go back and say I was wrong with your tail between your legs, because you don't want to have, you don't want to be a man or be a woman and say, you know what, yeah, I did mess up. I did. I did mess up. We all mess up. We all make mistakes. We all make poor decisions. Every single one of us. You know, but if you're not that kind of person, you'll be loyal to that mistake. And then you got to live it out. Okay. And now you're living in this mistake for the rest of your life. And now you're getting comfortable with it and you're satisfied with it. And you're trying to make the best out of a bad situation. Okay. It just snowballs. It just snowballs. So you're going to have to silence your ego. Okay. You got to drop your pride a little bit sometimes when it comes down to making these changes. Change takes courage. Okay. There's going to be a lot of different things. There's going to be a lot of different, different elements involved there. Okay. I'm in a situation right now where I'm making some changes. Okay. And I had somebody I had somebody say something to me the other day and it hurt. It did. It hurt. They said she said, you don't know what you want. And I was like, wow, wow. Like she didn't mean to hurt me. Okay. She did, and when I said this to her, I said, no, 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 you didn't do it purposely. Okay. But it still doesn't mean that it didn't hurt because I've never been that way before. Okay. I was in law enforcement for the last 19, 20 years. Okay. I've done something. So now when it's time for doing something different and it's time to make a change. Okay. And you're here, you're there because you have so many options. Okay. And you want to find that sweet spot, but you don't want to, you don't want to get too bound up in this one. You don't want to get too bound up in that area. And you feel like, and it sounds like you're all over the place and your thoughts are on the outside. And when your thoughts come on the outside, it just sounds like a whole bunch of rubberish to people. And you have to be careful that you say, you know what? Let me check myself. Let me check myself because you're not going to have all the answers. You're not going to have every single answer for every single question that you're going to face in this lifetime, but it's going to take courage to say, you know what, I was wrong. I'm just trying to find my way. I'm just trying to get things right in my life. I don't want to be the way that our family was for years. I don't want to be the way that I used to be for so many years. I want to do things differently. But you're going to face some criticism. I promise you, you're going to face some criticism from people. Your ego, it will keep you loyal to a mistake. It really, really will. It'll keep you loyal to a mistake. Let's see. Let's see. April Dawn, admit it. Okay, I admit it's not right. Okay, admit it's not right. Hold yourself accountable. That's what I do. Yeah, yeah. Admit it. Okay, learn how to admit that you're not right, that you weren't, that you made that mistake. It's okay, get past it. And listen, if people hold you to the fire, if people keep you, if people want to make you feel bad about certain things that you've done in your life and certain things that certain decisions you made, then maybe that's not the right person you need to be around. Okay, maybe you need to be around people to say, you know what, babe, yeah, you did. Okay, it's cool, but whatever. Let's recover. Let's go. What's next? Or your brother or your friend, "Hey, yo, bro, it is what it is. You made a decision. Okay. I respect you for making a decision. Okay. This is what happens when I see people out there trying different things and doing different things. I love to see it. Right now, my daughter, one year, she told me she wanted to be an attorney. Okay. And all of a sudden, she told me, I don't want to be an attorney anymore, Dad. I want to be a tattoo artist. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. All right, baby girl. Okay, let's find out what you got to do to own your own tattoo shop. I don't know. Whatever the case is, you're an artist. Okay, this is what you do. But these are things that you have to realize that people are going to make decisions, including you. You're going to make decisions. You're going to have different thoughts in your mind. You're going to try different things and do different things. It's okay. Okay, this is what change is going to require of you. Change is going to require of you to explore, okay, different things, different avenues, and not being afraid of what people are going to say about it. Okay, you can't keep beating yourself up for the same mistakes you made in your past. You can't keep kicking yourself in the teeth because of all the things, all the poor decisions you made. Learn how to recover and learn how to get through it. All right. Let's see. Ruth, I find I set too many goals and get sidetracked, so I pick 5 things to focus on. And if anything else comes along that doesn't fit into those 5 things, I don't do it. Okay. That's phenomenal. Okay. That's phenomenal. Set yourself. Listen, there's certain things in your life that you just won't do. Okay. There's certain things. Listen, I know for a fact right now, okay, that I am never going to be a professional football player. It just is what it is. I'm 50 years old. Okay. So I'm not going to explore being in a professional football league. Okay. I know for a fact, okay, that I'm not going to go out there right now and bench press 500 pounds. I have no desire to. Okay. So I need to find what's in my sweet spot. Okay. Something I adore, something I love doing, something that you want to make that change for. And if making that change is for other people, that's okay. That's okay, but don't be a slave to it. If you want to make a change because you want to be a better husband, okay, or a better boyfriend, a better wife, a better father, a better parent overall, if you want to make that change because of that, then so be it. Okay, your reasons are your reasons. There's no right or wrong answer here. But you have to find the courage first to go out there and say, you know what, I'm going to make this change come hell or high water. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people's opinions are. This has to be my life. You get one chance at this life thing. You do. Okay. And I know what people say. Yeah, well, yeah, it's nice. You only live once, YOLO, but you get plenty. Yeah, you do. You get plenty of chances, but you live once throughout this lifetime. Okay. Let's not nickel and diamond. Let's not cherry pick it. Let's not, well, you get plenty of opportunities, but you live this lifetime once. And you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to do the things that you want to do in this lifetime, and you deserve to be the person that God intended for you to be. You have a purpose. Whatever that purpose is, you are entitled to chasing it and going after it and being that. Okay. I don't care how foolish it seems to other people. I don't care how silly it seems to other people. I don't care how many people in the world, think, that's just stupid. Listen, you don't think that people who grabbed a microphone for the first time, their parents were like, well, you're never going to be a professional singer. Okay. And look at all the people who are doing it. Look at all the people you're listening to on the radio. On the I don't know, do we still listen to the radio? People you're listening to on your listening devices. Okay, people, it's going to take courage to change. It is going to take courage. You're going to take some arrows, some blows, some disappointments, some ups, some downs. But if you just put all those things aside, okay, put all the noise, silence all the noise, okay, silence your ego and your pride. Stop worrying about what other people are going to think about you. Okay, stop getting yourself in a funk because you're chasing around this guy, you're chasing around that girl. You want to get back with this person, you want to get back with that person, or this one's not paying enough attention to me, or that one's not paying enough attention to me. Listen, I get it. We all have our needs. Okay, and a lot of the things I'm saying to you right now is a lot easier said than done. A lot easier said than done. But I promise you this, if you don't do the things that make you the happiest, okay? And again, like I said, making you the happiest may mean making somebody else the happiest. Okay? I know for a fact I'm a thoughtful person, right? I pride myself on being thoughtful. I pride myself on, making sure I do thoughtful things. It's just the way I am. Okay, it's just the way I am. I will go out of my way to be thoughtful. Does that mean I get it right all the time? No. No, it doesn't mean I get it right all the time. Does it mean I don't make mistakes? No, it doesn't mean I don't make mistakes. But I know where my heart is, and I know what I want to do with this heart. So if you know where your heart is, and if your heart is in the right place, your goals are right, your motives are pure, then who cares what you go after other than you? Okay, and the people who are closest to you. Find the people who are going to support your dream, your vision with you. Okay. It may not be your husband. It may not be your wife. It may not be your mom or your dad. Okay. Or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. It may not be. It doesn't mean you have to leave them. Okay. I'm not saying, listen, Joe Hammond didn't tell you to go out there and break up with your husband or your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is. I didn't tell you that. Okay. But all I'm saying to you is that you may find support on the outside from someone who really understands it. Okay. But make sure, okay, again, make sure that it's not someone who has ulterior motives. Okay, make sure it's not that guy at the job or that girl at the job who really wants a little bit more, and all of a sudden they're gonna play supportive until they get what they want. Come on, let's call it what it is. Okay, let's listen. We're all grown people here. Okay, if not everybody is there for you to help support you. Some people want other things. Okay, what I am saying to you is this: is that there's certain things for you to do out here, whether it's groups, whether it's online groups, whether it's getting into a chat room, whether it's finding support groups, whether it's going on YouTube, whether it's going into Facebook groups or Instagram groups or TikTok groups, whatever it is. There are ways for you to go out there and find the courage that you need and make sure you're doing the things you need to do, for the right reasons. Okay, Melissa, baby says courage is finding yourself. The challenge is not changing that. Okay, and that's what it is. Okay, the challenge is not changing that. Okay, courage is finding yourself, and when you find yourself, okay, it's going to take time. It's going to take time, and you may lose yourself again. You will. Okay. It may be three and four different times. Okay. You may find certain things about yourself that you like, and then all of a sudden you get a little bit in there and you say, I'm doing a little too much here. Let me back off a little bit. Or you know what? Maybe you find yourself and you feel better about yourself, and this is what you've been looking for the whole time. Okay. Now what's the next step? How do you maintain that? Okay. How do you not overdo it? How do you not underdo it? There's a constant change. Remember, the top of every mountain is the bottom of another one. Okay. Keep yourself constantly challenged. Keep yourself constantly in a way of I want to learn different things. I want to do different things. Okay. And once I find myself, okay, am I going to be better for somebody else now? Can I put myself in a position with somebody? Can I put myself in a position where, I'm helping other people now? Or I'm becoming better for my kids. I'm being a better mom, a better dad, a better partner. Whatever it is, now that you've found yourself and you've been through the mud, you've kicked yourself down a little bit, and everybody else is knocking you down. Now what? Okay, now what do you do with that? Now what do you do with that? Right? So excellent comment there, Melissa. Thank you so much. You know, listen, I'm not going to beat a dead horse tonight, man. People have, a lot of people have said some great things tonight, and I really want to go over the top. Go from the top again. Finding courage. Okay, knowing better is doing better. Okay, knowing better versus doing better. You can't do better if you don't know better. Okay, you can't do better if you don't know better. So get yourself out there, make sure you're learning exactly what's going on in your life. Make sure you explore a little bit. Read a book, listen to an audio book. I don't know, go online, research some things, do something different. Okay, keep expanding yourself, keep broadening your mind. Keep broadening yourself in every way possible. Okay, because the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next, and everything is temporary. Every top of that mountain is temporary. Okay, before you know, you'll be looking for something again. um Correction, so making it right can have consequences. Okay, we're just running down the top five that we have here. Corrections are going to take consequences. There are going to be consequences that go along with it. When you decide that you want to make when you want to make changes, the consequences are people are going to judge you. Okay, some people are going to mock you. Some people are going to say you're crazy. Some people are going to say, you know what, here he goes again, or here she goes again. Okay, just know that making corrections. Okay, some of the decisions that you made in your past, they're not the same decisions now. Okay. Because why? Because you've learned and you've gotten some different knowledge. And now it's time for you to go back and say, you know what? Yeah, I said that, but I'm sorry. Okay. I was wrong. I know better now. I've learned better. I've learned more. Um, Silence your ego. Okay. In order to fix the problem. Okay. You're going to have to silence your ego. You're going to have to stop yourself and say, you know what? Yeah, I messed up. I did. I did. But it's okay because now I know. Now I know the process this time. Now I know different this time. And this time around, I'm going to make it better. It's going to be better this time. Okay, your ego, okay, if you don't silence it, it'll keep you loyal to that mistake. It really will. Okay, if you make a mistake, if you make a decision, if you say something and you have to go back on it, okay, as hard as it is, okay, you're going to have to swallow that. You're going to have to swallow it. I had to become better at this, and I'm still growing at that. Okay. At 50 years old, I'll be 51. Okay. 50 years I've been on this planet, and I'm still learning. I'm still making mistakes. I'm still doing things. I got to put my boy down. I'm still doing things, and having to go back and change some certain things. It's okay. It's okay. I'm a lot smarter now. Okay. I'm a lot wiser now. And the only way to get to that point is by making some mistakes. Okay. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And finally, you know, you hate your normal, but you hate change more. You hate your normal, but you hate change more. How many people do you know in this world that you know just hate change? They hate it. They don't like it. I don't like changing. This is the way I am. This is the way I've always been. It's hard for me to change. I get uncomfortable with change. I get it. I get it. It's a personality thing. Not knocking you. But do you hate your normal more? Okay. Do you hate your everyday life more? Okay. Do you hate where you are right now? Do you hate your finances more? Okay. There has to be that balance. There has to be the understanding of, you know what? I don't like change, but I don't like where I am either. I don't like my normal either. Okay. The only way that you're going to find these things out is if you go out and make small changes. Okay. Open yourself a little bit each day to different things, different ways of doing things. Just because somebody else does something a different way, it doesn't make it wrong. It's just different. Okay. Maybe they've been doing things for this way their whole life. Maybe that's all they ever known. Maybe this is how they grew up. Okay. Maybe this is as broad as their mind, as broad as their mind has ever been. Okay. It's not wrong. It's just different. So if you really want to make those changes and you really hate your normal everyday life, what that is, okay, or you're just managing, or it's become mundane, or it's become, same thing, different day, you find yourself saying that a lot, make sure. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, fat fingers. Um, listen, if you dislike your normal, okay, but you also dislike change, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay, you're going to have to dislike one more than the other. Okay, and it doesn't mean that everything is going to change overnight. All right, I'm your boy Joe, JH Overcomes. Let's see here what we got here. Jacqueline Lynn, she says perfectly said. Okay, purpose. Jacqueline, thank you so much, fellow overcomer there. Thank you so much, constant follower. Melissa, baby, yes, yes. Courage is finding yourself. Okay, the challenge is not changing that. Awesome, awesome, powerful quote from a powerful woman there. Let's see here. April Dawn, admits it's not right. Admit it's not right. Hold yourself accountable. That's what I do. Okay. April, you could teach somebody some things. You really can teach somebody some things. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Listen, share this. Okay. If you guys enjoyed this, please let me know. If you guys, want to add something to it, if you guys, if you guys want to talk about something, hit me up. Okay. If you guys want to hear me address something, hit me up. But right now, we're talking about change. Okay. We're talking about change and the uncomfortability of change and making sure we know that everything that you do is not going to be overnight. Okay, it's not going to be overnight. It's going to take courage to change. Okay. I know you don't want to change, but I also know you don't like your normal. All right. I'm your boy, Joe, J. Triple Comes. I will see you when I see you. Have a powerful week. Thank you for jumping on for Late Night Live. Until I see you again, peace. And I mean that literally, people. Peace.